Green, I think his name is. Kevin Porter Jr. can't play defense. They got some interesting players, but I think we win that game too. So I do have us 3-1 after those games. Or no, sorry, 3-0 starting now.
Yeah, for me, a failure would be that, I say, like, we wouldn't make it past the second round, but it's like I feel like the second round would be ideal, and obviously we progress after that with how our current roster is. Like I said, championship failure could be somewhat expectation for some fans, maybe. I don't know, you guys as well, but I think that just getting past the second round or just having a competitive second round series would be my ideal in terms of failure or at least expectation. If you don't get past the first round, maybe.
Yeah, I see both of y'all's point of view. I feel like obviously like the Lakers fan in me, like the broad like championship or bust, like that's just built in Lakers fans' DNA. Like, oh, if we don't win a championship, we don't believe in throwing prizes or participation prizes. Like that's not what we're here for. But like as far as this season and what's happened, like obviously we had a huge trade happen. Center depth is kind of cooked. And looking at that, knowing we're making those type of moves in the offseason, I think next year probably is more on that championship or bust kind of timeline. But still, like looking at what we've done, I've seen us win. Like I've seen us go on a crazy streak with Luka. I've seen what it looks like when everybody is close to like their peak on this team. And looking at that, I'm like, okay, is there really any excuse? Like just being real, is there any excuse? Like if we have everybody healthy, LeBron, AD, Luka, Reeves, Vando, DFS, Rui, like if all those guys are healthy, Jackson Hayes, like if all those guys are healthy and playing good as rotational pieces next to our main stars, like I think we can beat anybody. And I don't think that's delusional because it's not offense, it's defense. Like offense, we knew what the ceiling was, but defense, it's looking good. Like when we're all playing healthy, our defense is a top defense. And I think that's something a lot of media outlets and fans across like the NBA don't give us enough credit for. Like we lost Anthony Davis, but we're still a top defensive team. Like we're holding like superstar players under their numbers. And I think for me, obviously the big test is always going to be OKC when we play them again. But other than that, I think we've proven ourselves pretty well versus, top competition. So I'm excited. I think for me, I would say at least past the second round. I think we've been kind of in this weird place. Like obviously the Nuggets, I'm not scared of the Nuggets anymore. I know, call it what you want. I just really, I'm not. I don't know what. Well, I do know what's different. Obviously, Luka. He changes a lot for this team as far as like having another first option scoring caliber player. It makes everybody's job easier on our team. They get so many open shots. So yeah, I think for me, it's probably getting past the second round. That's what I want to see. But obviously, championship will be huge. Like just going to the finals for me this year will be huge. Big task for this roster, I feel like, but I don't think at this point, I don't think it's unrealistic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you, Nerk, for the question. Like I said, if more questions, like I said, of course, we are rolling through. This will be very much a quick podcast. But before we go to our tier list, at least both you, Earl, and Jake, any more topics that you want to talk about pertaining to the game or anything else?
Sorry, what's the question? My sister needed my help with something.
No, it's just like anything that you want to talk about before we go to our tier list.
No, man, it's different today because we just did the game and we were just talking about all this stuff, But like, definitely, I'll say one thing that we can definitely say. Shout out Allan for doing an incredible job on the TikTok for Quester 18 and PlayoffLAL. Earl contributes to that as well. Shout out to Mal for making PlayoffLAL a huge Twitter account. I don't even think he's in here right now because he is on here. Never mind. Because I know he's on Spaces too. But shout out Mal, man. Dude, I don't know how you feel about the account, but this looks really good to me. Like, you know what else happened, Mal? So Mal got a banger off of quoting the account, right? And I forgot what you had, like something in the hundreds of thousands, talking about the night Luka got traded. He had 734,000 views. NBA Memes, an account with 645K followers, just quoted it with the same screenshot as Mal. They stole Mal's post. That's how good of a post it was. So yeah, that account is doing really well. Shout out John, who's not here, but he runs the PlayoffLAL Instagram. That's another account that, like, we don't want to bug you guys all the time about telling you all the accounts, but it's a great account. Like, it has almost 6K followers. He's just really good at posting. Like, it's entertaining posts. He connects it back to the room. You know, he does a great job over there. The one thing is, like, I saw, and I keep seeing people put Lakers clips. I think I said this, but since this is a Lakers show, I'll say this again on here on a separate note, especially on X. I think X is where it happens. At Lakers Empire, you do not own the rights to NBA clips. You can't write at Lakers Empire on the left upper corner of NBA clips. That's actually insane. Like, he's doing that so that other people see his at when they go repost it, but he's at you. That's literally illegal because only the NBA and the broadcasting companies owns those clips. Like, yes, Spectrum Sportsnet owns the Lakers clips, right? And the NBA and the Lakers own it. It's actually illegal. So Lakers Empire, if you're ever scrolling and see this, you should probably stop before someone comes around. Like, I don't know, my dad, who's the lawyer for Staples Center. Let me think. Do we want to get devious? No, I'm kidding. My dad doesn't even handle shit like that. But stop acting like it's your clips. It just pisses me off. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I'm so ready for the tier list. Earl, I'll go ahead to you first.
I'm good. I think I'm ready for the tier list as well. Last announcement I'll make on my end. Beyond the Backboard, another podcast I do. Shout out to Omar and Max. We do have a nice collaboration coming on Tuesday with a very special guest. Shout out to Daniel. He will be here. He's a big creator on TikTok. I'll drop his link down below. He has like 12K, and we'll be doing that on Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So appreciate y'all if y'all stop by and check it out. It's gonna be a fun one.
I'm going to go check that out, Mr. Earl. For anyone who's still in here, you want to see my dog? He's a big Trace. He's a Bernese Mountain Dog mixed with a poodle. They call him a Bernedoodle. He's tough. He's like 100 pounds. He also has a big-ass tumor, but it's benign, so he's fine. It's like a fake one. You know what I mean? Trace, you want to say anything else to the PlayoffLAL community? Quester 18? No? Come on, fool. Say something. I don't know. His favorite player is Jared Vanderbilt. He's really into like that kind of fashion side of it. Anyway, let's go to the tier list. He is old, by the way. He is old. He's very old. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, we are going to the tier list, Shafino. I'm trolling. Another great. Okay, so this is something we should also say on here. So I know we've always tried to like clear up how we do it. Again, I'll remind the people in here, okay? This is based on just this last week, right? So the last, whatever it was, 3-4 games it normally is, right? Yeah, it is a little blurry, Allan, but it's fine. See if you can. Honestly, it's fine. You'll see the picture of it after, Shafino. Don't complain. It's based off the last week of all these guys, but they're also compared to themselves how they usually would be. So like if a Gabe Vincent was like a C average this year and he has a pretty good week, I mean, we're going to give him like B, right? So they're compared to themselves. The problem is when we've posted it on TikTok, Instagram, X, and people like when that post does semi well and kind of blows up, people are getting confused, kind of rightfully so, but also like they just kind of want to be mad about something. Because I think we've had like Austin Reeves over LeBron and Luka a couple times. I think we may have even had Connect over like Luka one week or something. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but they're getting compared to themselves. And that's why there's a lot of confusion here. So, yeah, let's do this. Either of you go first.
Yeah, I'll say it's like I kind of put the caps like after that amount of games, and I don't add anything else just because I know that people are gonna get mad, quote unquote, say. But yeah, like I said, it gains more interaction, and obviously, like I say, I do try to respond to the comments so that, like I said, it's like a mutual conversation. So yeah.
No, you do a good job with it. I just feel like I think that people are being so lazy that they don't even want to read. I think that's what it is. Like, they don't want to read the explanation part. Can't rank Braun. I mean, yeah, we definitely can't rank Braun. We're gonna put him. We do Hayes Muse. We do the injured or limited minutes tier. That's what we do. We could take some other guys there too. I would almost leave Markieff, as crazy as that sounds. Like, he was low key playing. Hayes, I think you should put an injured, right? Because he only played today. Or am I wrong? Hasn't he been out the whole time? I guess we could leave him. He was good today. Shake played. Cam Reddish has to be in like limited minutes. You can't. He's all the way at the end. My bad. And then who else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. Earl, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say we forgot Rui.
Yes, sorry. But pick someone. I'm saying you could start.
Give me Koloko. Put him in Alex Lynn tier.
Yep, I like that.
I'm just getting the easy ones out the way, bro. Koloko, a no-go. Lakers in 5. I didn't have a third thing to put in there, but
Koloko, a no-go. I just choked on a snow cone. Lakers in 5.
All right, who's next?
Koloko would be D, but he was kind of trolling today like Len. Like, he fits the Len category. Allan, go
He's
ahead.
not even worthy of the D tier, bro.
Give me one, Allan.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna shout out to Markieff Morris. I think he should be around the C. I think he played valuable minutes versus Denver.
Yeah.
I think just like he just scored buckets. I think that's his overall too. I think he has that Jared Dudley role, and he's doing a good job of it. So I got him at C. You can put him a bomb with C.
True.
Listen, again, Fino, to be fair, yes, he is a D tier player overall, but if he had his only good stretch for us, it would be C at this week. So, like, I'm going to agree with them. I mean, maybe it'll end up being bottom of C, but it was literally the only stretch he had for us that was good.
Like, he had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Like, who woke up and thought he would do any of that?
Yeah, that's why I feel. So I feel like C is generous, if anything. So yeah, I'm good with that, Allan. You can do that.
And he ended up hitting like a big shot too. But yeah,
I'm gonna go Shake Milton, and I'm gonna put him in Alex Len tier. I feel like it's self-explanatory. Like,
yeah,
I think he was good against the Nuggets. He's just such a troll, low key. Like, if you guys agree with that, like. I don't know. I'd have to see what he did against the other games because he didn't play today.
Well,
did he play today? No, he didn't play. No, dude, he literally has 0 in every game, and he played a few of them, except for the Nuggets. He had 16. So that was a great game.
I think
16 and 28 minutes against the Nuggets.
I would honestly argue D tier. Because Koloko got.
Let me give one argument though.
Okay,
it makes more sense here because D is acting like, okay, he played this week, he had a bad week, when in reality he was just trolling us because he literally took 0 shots in one game, 0 of 2 in 4 minutes against Milwaukee, so garbage time, nothing tonight, and 16 and 28 minutes against Denver. Like, it literally looks insane. And that's why I want to put him in Alex Len tier.
And then I'll second you with this. I think Koloko got a lot more opportunity this week as far as minutes and rotational, like just minutes in general to do good. And he didn't do it. He didn't give us anything, in my opinion. I don't think he gave us anything worth mentioning. Like, I'm looking at the box score, and a week where, like, obviously Trey Jemison, he's not like great, really, at all. No offense. That sounds crazy, but it's just the truth. He, like, look at today. Like, Koloko had, like, he left 9 open points on the floor, just being absolute goofy. I can at least say, like, Shake Milton went out there and got us a couple buckets when we needed a couple buckets, especially if that was the Nuggets game. That was a game we actually competed in, and a game we weren't supposed to be in. And he gave us 16 with 28 minutes, like, called up after having, like, 5 minutes.
It depends how much weight you put on that one game, and I guess I wasn't enough considering it was still a loss. But, I mean, he did keep us in it. I also missed, like, a quarter of that game because of dinner.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I definitely missed the part where he scored. So I'm going to take your guys' side. I think you guys are right. Like, Len can't put up 16, to be fair, in the chat. Like
Len and Koloko are probably never going to do that this year.
I think maybe I was –
and compared to themselves, like, I think that's fair for D.
I mean,
just
okay,
because.
Listen. But Shake also fits then in the limited minutes tier. I'm sorry, but, like, he literally only got minutes in one game.
True, so, but he had 28 minutes. Cameron had like 4.
Yeah, that's true too.
And the other games, he was around 5 or 4 or whatever. But honestly, we're really debating on mid, though. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, that's true. We should move on. I guess we'll do D. A lot of people are saying D.
All right, who's next?
I think I'm next. I'll go with Jordan Goodwin. And I think that there's an argument for him to be a B just because, at least for me personally, he is excelling in his role. Obviously, he had a little troll game versus Boston where I think he made shacked in, but I think that in his role, he's playing good defense and he's hitting threes. I think that I think some person put in the chat, like, compared to Vando, like, both guys are doing great in the roles, but compared to Vando, Jordan Goodwin is hitting threes when open and being effective offensively. So I think it's an argument for me personally, a B.
I mean, he scored double figures, I think 2 times this week. Or wait, yeah, it was the Nets. Then it was the Nuggets. He did. Suns, I'm pretty sure he didn't tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he did. Or today, I should say. Yeah, 2 double-figure games. Well, what was it between? You said you were between B and C, you said?
I think arguably just
B minus.
Bottom of B or like B.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with B. B's cool.
I think B minus, he's like, I think it was a great example of a B minus week.
Yeah, because you're right. It's not even with Goodwin. It's so much more too. Like, he grabs offensive boards, second chance opportunities. So yeah. B's cool with me. B minus. So yeah, that's cool. I'm good with that. We can put him there.
But Earl, it's your turn too. We skipped you back.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and go. You know what? Let's go. Dang. Give me Jackson Hayes. I feel like, you know what? I really want to rate Jackson Hayes, but I do think the point stand like limited minutes. But he did play a full legit game though, so I think I might give it to him. I'm trying to think, like, Jackson. He had such a great game. I really want to go A for Jackson Hayes, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I can put him anything lower than A, in my opinion. What, you were expecting S tier? A, bro. A. Yeah, I think basically what Jackson Hayes brought for us, like, defense tonight. I keep saying tonight. It's such a weird game. He brought defense for us today. He had 20 points. And, like, it wasn't just like your nonchalant, like, rim protecting defense. He was getting lane steals. He was picking up, stopping fast breaks. Like, he played really good today. Like, his IQ is definitely risen, I feel like, in the last month or two. So, yeah, I'll go A. What about y'all?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm sorry, man. My computer died, so I'm on my phone now.
Are you good?
I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. But my thing is, like, yes, if it was one game, Jackson Hayes is an A. There's no way we're putting Jackson Hayes unless, okay, so imagine we go and post it like we were talking about earlier. We post it on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. And we have Jackson Hayes in A tier and fucking Luka Doncic in B tier. Not that he is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like something like that, right? How, like, that's like we're trying too hard to, and I know that's not why you were saying it, completely understand.
Yeah.
But it's almost like we're trying too hard to like engagement bait. That's what people would think it. And so my thing, like using that logic, is like, yeah, how is this an A week for Jackson Hayes? Using my brain here, you can't give someone an A week based off one game if the average is 3 to 4 games. You just can't do it. So for LeBron to have an A week in the past, or anyone, Reeves, Luca, they probably had 3 good games. So that's
True.
why for me, you have to put him in B if you're not going to go limited minutes, because what he's getting penalized for is not being available for 2 or 3 games, which is fair. But it was an A,
Yeah.
it was an A plus game in Jackson Hayes standards. It's just there's supposed to be 4 games in a week.
True. Well, I mean, with that logic, I definitely could go B then. Yeah, because definitely it's like I get it. Like he only played one game, but I just think that game was too good not to rate him. So I definitely think B is fair. And like adding to the fact if we have Hayes out there for some of those other games, we probably win them too. So I'm going B rather than limited or injured.
Yeah, I guess it's back to me. I'll go Bronny James. Shit, why do I keep picking the hard ones? Okay, guys, he only played one game as well, by the way. Not because of injury, but just reality.
Yeah.
He played against the Nuggets, and that's it. Oh God, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go limited minutes. I am. His role is not like I know it's a boring answer, but his role is nowhere close to as big as Hayes. So even though they both played one game, Bronny is literally just limited minutes. How can you rate this Bronny week, bro? I know Shafino hates him because he's his rival, but still.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I really don't have a long explanation, but I'm cool with that. What about you, Allan?
Yeah, I'm on there. I think if we're saying that aside limited minutes, I think there's an argument for like D, but like maybe below Shake. But like I said, limited minutes. I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Put him next to his daddy. Sorry.
That's actually crazy.
I did it on purpose. Let's go with the Vando in this one. Now, I do have to look at stats for him, but it's like I feel Vandal is sort of like a C in the area, like mid C.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that. I think we had a conversation about how he's not where we want him to be. Obviously, we have a long time until the playoffs happen, but this week, I don't know. I feel like he didn't do anything like that stood out to me. Sorry, like where I'm putting him above that range this week. Personally, what about you, Jake?
Thinking my connection issues. We got King Shafino said C right there. Let's go on
Sorry,
Vando.
guys, my Wi-Fi is messed up somehow. I totally see C, and you can tell me if I'm overthinking. I almost think he's an Alex Len because I feel like he's trolling us. Again, maybe that's just overthinking, but to me, I don't view Alex Len as S tier, like worse than D. I view it as its own thing. And honestly, like Vando's trolling us in the same way as Alex Len. He's just way better than Alex Len. So that's my personal pick. But I feel like everyone's gonna say C, so let's just go C.
I bet.
You can't
Shout
take
out to
Jake
King
off
Trina.
speaker. I built this room brick by brick. Brick by
Oh,
brick.
next, I think I'm going to take. You know what? Give me Don't Connect. It's a real conversation that we had about DK. This week I think Don't Connect played. He played good. I mean, dare I say, I don't know if I want to use the 8 word like great, but he was close to it. I think the only like kind of drop off game he had was today because he only scored 3 points. But other than that, like looking at the week versus the Nuggets, he had 33, obviously. Versus the Bucks, he had 10, and then versus the Nets, he had 19. So I think Don't Connect, and on top of that, it's not really even about the offense too. His defense has been better. Am I saying he's a good defender now? No, but I can tell he's actually trying a little bit more. So for me, in these standards, oh man, am I being too harsh? I want to say B plus, but I would be okay. I would understand if somebody up here said A, but I personally think I'm gonna go B plus. But I'm cool with A though, because it depends on obviously who we're putting at A too. But yeah, compared to Don't Connect, he's up there. It's B plus or A for me. Top of B or bottom of A. Up to you
I
guys.
think I go for bottom of A. I think
What did
he's done
Allan
well.
say? Bottom of 8. So do I have to
Mhm.
break the? So I have to break the tie. Sorry, my Wi-Fi
Yep.
keeps cutting out.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm gonna break the tie. And so I guess Shafino also. Oh no, shit. Okay, Shafino said A, but then Mal said B. So that you guys realize
A
that means
double
we're
tie.
still dead tie. But okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, and also he's asking you what you. Yeah, LAL. Okay. Um, how many minutes did he have today? I'm checking right now. He had 16 minutes. He was 1 of 5.
Yeah. He kind of didn't get
You know
going.
what? The Denver game is an A plus, no doubt. The Milwaukee game is a B. The Brooklyn game is a B, maybe a B plus. Well, not really. It was 41 minutes. Today's game is like out. He wasn't even bad, but a C, maybe a D. I'm gonna go B plus. Maybe
Yeah.
I got a higher standards. I'm going with Earl. And normally, and honestly, Allan, you normally do have very high standards too. So I feel like you could come around to like a B plus.
Yeah. I just feel like he had a great week, but I think that 30 point, I think it's just the averages between like 30 and then today. Now, today, if he would have had like 10, 15, easily would have been A for me. So I want to grade Don't Connect a little bit harder because I know he's going to be better in the future.
Oh no, I agree. If he had like 15 on good efficiency today, he's A for the week.
Yep.
Bronny is S tier, unlucky.
Ooh.
Man,
Hey. Unlucky got some
I don't
motion.
know
So
about that one, brother.
he did have that clip though.
I don't know, unlucky.
That clip was S tier. That 3-pointer.
Unlucky's an S tier clipper.
Now look,
Yeah, I believe so.
if Bronny would have hit all them threes he was jacking up, sure.
Oh wait, no one
Sure.
did DFS yet. Whose
No, we
turn
haven't
is
done
it?
DFS. I don't
Whose
know.
turn
Whose
is
turn
it? I
is it?
forgot. Who did Dalton? Earl?
Oh, I did do
So
Dalton. Yeah.
I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm guessing Allan. I think Allan went right. Oh yeah, Allan did Vando. Okay, perfect. Give me DFS. Either D or Alex Len. This motherfucker is not serious, bro. His defense is down from when we first got him. He literally can't shoot the ball and he's butt naked. He's always butt naked and he can't shoot the ball. It's just like he's
Direct quote, by the
trolling
way.
this week. Now, okay, mind you, I love DFS. Like, I'm so happy we got DFS and I'm not switching up on him. But for just this week, he's D or Alex Len. Yeah, I'm with Fino. Like, fuck, yeah, let's make a new tier. Let's call it butt naked and put him there. And put it in the middle of, D and injured or something. Are we allowed to say that? Is that something we can post? You could say buck naked, BUCK. I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with DFS, but I mean, it's just 1 or 2 weeks he's been like this, so I'm sure.
I'll say for those change we could do butt naked, but for the post, put B in.
Yeah, do like BUCK, which I think they're talking about like a deer or something, right? Like hunting. That's fine. Yeah, and go ahead, Allan, whenever you want.
I'm weak.
So let's go with JJ Redick for this one. I think obviously we're on a 4-game losing streak, and we did win today, but we had some fairly decent coaching versus Denver, so I average around a B, I would say, like maybe mid B for JJ.
Oh, that's a hard one, bro. Because I mean, dare I say, I think JJ has been coaching great the whole week, except for obviously that buzz game was kind of bad, but I don't think it was just him. A lot of it. It's hard for me because I feel like JJ Redick has some good schemes, but like, what can you coach when people are just not hitting shots? So, man, that Nuggets game did something to me. This Suns game moved me. So that's 2 this week. Then I'm like, okay, great game plan. And then I have to rate 2 more. So 2 really good game plans. And then it's like, dang, we lost to the Nets. Wow. And then it's like, boom, Bucks got us by 20. Whoa.
But the injuries, though, like,
No,
and the
I agree with you.
shooting
That's what I
numbers.
was saying. I think you missed the first half. I said it's hard for me to rate him low because
Oh, sorry.
it's not like he's not coaching good. Guys are going out there missing open shots. Like, some of our guys had some of the worst shooting performance we've seen, but yet Austin Reeves and Luka played great, and we could have been in some of these games. Schemes are there, defense is there.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, I think it's just hard for me to it's hard for me to be critical. I know it sounds crazy.
With the way we've complained and judged coaches in the past too, like, maybe that's a factor in us being positive, but I'm happy we are. Like, I'm not gonna feel bad about being positive on my Earl FC shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go top of B.
Yeah, what? I was about to go S.
Oh, y'all still want to go S?
Am I tripping?
I thought y'all were talking about the wins too. That's what I was saying. Like, I was saying, like, I agree. Like, he coached great. Like, we were in that Nuggets game when we shouldn't have been. The Nets game was bad.
Yeah.
Like, Nets, like, we can't lose to the Nets, bro. I'm sorry. We just can't.
Just to Fino's point in the chat, like, yeah, we probably need more than one win. But I will
like,
say,
think about it.
Is he not better at his job than Luka is compared to, like, past Luka? Like, I almost feel like JJ's ahead of Luka. But I'm definitely giving Luka at least A. So, I mean, I trust Earl.
Yeah, I just feel like if we're comparing, like, look, think about it like this, though, Jake. it's gonna be hard to like really rate him when it's gonna be hard to really compliment him when he has an elite week. You know what I mean?
That's true. What's up,
Like,
FN?
and I know it sucks, it hurts, like at times, like to rate him so hard, but like we know JJ is a great coach. I just think there were some things in some of those games, like we talked about different lineups. We talked about like why is this person out here so long, and we switched to this. Even JJ Redick talked about how, I mean, obviously even that Nuggets game, like great game plan coaching. But he even said like he forgot to make a sub and stuff like that because obviously he was trying to help Don connect up. But he forgot to make the sub we needed for the game winning defensive play as well. So like stuff like that, it is avoidable. And I know judging him off of the smallest things, that just shows you how great of a coach is. Like we have to nitpick for the smallest details that he got wrong to downgrade him. So I'm going to be a respectful
Man,
B.
thank you,
If
Chris.
we want a little bit more, A, but B.
I'm riding with you, Earl. I got you. I like that logic. I'm riding with Earl. Allan, if you have different opinions, of course.
I think Allan said B too. He was the first.
Oh, you said, oh, he was the first? My bad. I thought it was
Yeah.
Earl's pick.
I also have a B, but like I said, I think was it like Jake? You said S. Chat saying a couple A's. Me and Earl say B. I feel
Yeah.
like A would just be common ground.
Okay.
Well, my thing is I think we go B. Like you both said
Oh,
B, and I came around to it, and it is our show, us three. I mean,
right.
I love the chat to death, but like Shafino's saying B too. I mean, I just
The speech got him.
yeah, I thought Earl made a lot of sense, and especially because I forgot my own logic I made up of comparing JJ to other weeks, because he
Yeah.
certainly had some S tier weeks, and this was not one of them. So I mean, I'm completely with Earl now, but the
The big
reason
threes
that I
left.
got like that was because I do think he's an S tier coach, and I
Yep.
honestly think he's either second, third, or fourth worst case for coach of the year.
Yep.
Earl, go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn. Yeah, I'm leaving the big dogs to y'all. I'm taking Gabe Vincent. Give me Mr. Gabe Vincent. For me, I got Gabe Vincent, man. I really got him at a C, bro. I really don't have a lot of negative to say about Gabe Vincent. He did have a crazy it was like 24 points. I want to double check that. That was versus the Nets. Again, we lost. Hard to give him credit for that game. But yeah, he had 24. I think he played great. After that, I mean, it was the Bucks. He had 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Nuggets, Gabe, he had what else he gave Vincent? Oh, he didn't play versus Nuggets. And then Suns today, he had 9. Yeah, I think C's fair. C's is cool.
I'm going C with Earl, probably the top of C. I mean, no offense, just didn't think it was his best week by any means.
Yeah.
And like the shots weren't falling. I'm not seeing visible defensive impact with my eyes, to be completely honest. Even though I know he's like solid on that end, generally. Yeah, not much to say, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
We got 2
Big dogs
left.
left to y'all.
Yeah,
I'll go with
we do have the best. Yeah, we put Goodwin in B tier because he's Goodwin, bro. If he was LeBron and played like that, he'd be an F tier. It's because of he is Jordan Goodwin, right? He said, oh, you're saying the opposite. Okay. Dude, I don't know. I'm not, at the same time, like, as much as the players aren't compared to themselves, I'm not going to put him with Reeves and Luka, which is like the direction we're going, right? I mean, and again,
Yeah.
Reeves was pretty bad coming back from injury. I mean, I'll check the
Mm-hmm.
stats right now.
Next game was crazy.
Let's see. So, like, the Nets game was horrible. I thought the Knicks was horrible. The Celtics was fairly bad. I mean, these are all like high minutes. The thing is, though, is like today's March 16th. So starting with the Nets game, that was one bad game. And then he had 3 elite games.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. He had No, he only had one 30 ball. But the other two games, most recent games, were 28. So pretty much.
Yep.
I understand the B. I'm going to go A minus. I think he's. Because also, like, view him as the third option. Don't view him as. I know it's hard with the LeBron injury and all that, but he's the best third option in the NBA. I mean, I don't think I'm taking anyone else over him. I'm not taking like a J Dub over Reeves in terms of impact. Maybe talent, yeah, but I'm gonna say A minus for Reeves.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A as well. Now, if he would have passed that 50 threshold, maybe I would have had a different conversation for potential S. But yeah, I'm going A. I think the Nets game was like I don't want to use the word fake-ish triple double watch type of scenario, but he shot awful. And of course we lost that game. Nuggets game, I mean, what can I say? Like it was him. He was him. So yeah. And then tonight, obviously, him and Luka played well together. So yeah, I'm going A. I'm cool with that. Allan closes us off with the big advantage.
I throw out there. I got Luka Doncic top of A over Austin. I think.
Okay.
Honestly, can go back to, was it that Boston game where it was really bad, even though he scored 34. Brooklyn, he wasn't as efficient 22, but versus Milwaukee versus Phoenix, I thought he was really good. Obviously, he did miss that Nuggets game, but I feel like if he was there, I think the Lakers would have won, especially with how that roster played without him. So I think A, the top
And
of
I
the
think
B.
yeah, I know we all think he's S. You know, he's an S tier type of player, even for this team in general. But like Boston doesn't count in this week. He had 34. Brooklyn, to Allen's point, he had 22 in 41 minutes, and he was 8 of 26, which, like, I literally forgot he was that bad. Now, against Milwaukee and Phoenix, he was great, but even today, he was 8 of 20. Like, I understand there's no LeBron, but he's like a top of A. That's like the situation. Like, he's not. It wasn't an S tier Luca week. It was probably like, what did we have him at last week? A? I forgot. I don't know if we've even seen an S tier Luca week. I don't think that's crazy. So yeah, top of A for me. Definitely ahead of Reeves this week.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. I think Mr. Luka the Don. I'm telling y'all, we have not seen an S tier Luka yet, bro. I'm telling you, when you guys see it, when we get Luka 40 points 3 times in a week, triple double action. When he drops that 60 that I promised chat, someone's gonna drop 60 this season. When we get that week, that's what I'm saving the S for, bro. We talked about it. S for us. Well, for me, like when I define, like when I put an S, you gotta dominate in 3 categories, bro, consistently throughout a week. I think Reeves got S one time when he had that crazy triple double.
He averaged a triple double.
In that week. Like LeBron, I think same type of clause. He had like a crazy rebounding assist points ratio that week. Yeah, that's how you get to S tier. Like you have to be abnormal in 3 different type of categories, or just be so abnormal on like points. Like say you got like 45 plus in a week, like AD or something like that, where you have like 40 plus in a span of games. Like that's how you get to S tier. So that's just kind of
And I
how
also
we
think
do
Earl,
ratings.
like for Luca, it and I know this sounds stupid and broad. I think a lot of the chat would agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's the hardest person to give S to, but he's also
Yes.
the easiest person to give S to. And I know that sounds crazy, but he
Yes.
can effortlessly have an S tier week. But
Yep.
he also is held to such a high standard that we can't just give out S when he's being compared against himself. He's being
Mm-hmm.
compared against a top 3, or if you're a hater, maybe 4 player in the NBA. Like, that's the standard he's on. So if you're
Yep.
S, you have to be above that. You have to play above that. And I think it's harder for him to be S. Yeah, I think it has to be like, I don't even know if one of Allan. I almost think like the main reason. Like if Reeves let us do a 3-in-1 week and average a triple double, which I'm pretty sure like happened, like he would get S. Same with AD at the start of the year. So like that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, it's very hard to give Luka S. It could also be very easy to give Luka S. So hopefully there are some S tier weeks. I don't even think we've had one for him. But I think in the playoffs, like it could be the situation where he's an S every week, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to those playoff tier rankings.
It is the
But yeah.
Playoff Sports Network.
But yeah, that's it for this week. Like I said, if you have for our TikTok, that's at Quest18Pod. I'll be posting that. Yeah, I recommend you checking the comments in a couple hours because there'll probably be people complaining and whining, which will be absolutely hilarious. But I mean, it is what it is. I put a caption after certain amount of games, and yeah. But yeah, as always, thank you all for joining us. As mentioned, was the Lakers play tomorrow, I believe, versus the Spurs. So tune in back here on the PlayoffLAL playback. As always, you'll see our host, Jake, Kaden, Earl, Mal, Mark, etc. I believe KJ as well. So as always, have a great rest of your day. As always, follow, subscribe, and yeah, go Lakers, everybody.
Go Lakers. Thank you,
Peace out.
guys. Great week.